Hey everybody, Paul here coming at you with coins and crypto and coffee and news and events and conferences and coffee. So join me now, simultaneous sip time. Awesome, I got a few drops on my shirt, but that's okay. It's a darker colored shirt, you can't even tell, and now my shirt's caffeinated, so boom, there we go. Everybody's caffeinated, everybody's happy. Let's go ahead and get into the news of the day. Bitcoin.org has forked, apparently, to launch a neutral, community-maintained Bitcoin website. Not actually what happened. Let's unpack exactly what went down. Apparently, a community-maintained fork of Bitcoin.org called btcinformation.org has been launched. So Bitcoin.org didn't fork or do anything. A new informational website, btcinformation.org, has quote-unquote forked Bitcoin.org. They seek to provide neutral information through a community-driven approach, and apparently they've added that Bitcoin.org has been operating, quote, without the consent, unquote, of the crypto community. To me, this is really reminiscent of the Cultural Revolution in China, where individuals were lambasted for operating without the consent of the people in the party, and thereby not towing the party line. So yeah, I don't know why this individual who's created this new website asserts that you need to have some kind of arbitrary, opaque consent from the crypto community, but that's just absolutely collectivist and reeks of somebody who has no idea about not only economics but crypto in particular. They say these are unilateral actions, and these unilateral actions that Bitcoin.org has been undertaking may have not been in the best interest of the Bitcoin community. And my response to that is, well, yeah, no kidding. Unilateral actions are completely permissible when undertaken to the effect of one's own property. I mean, is it a unilateral action when I decide to put up a clothesline in my backyard? Yeah, it is. And guess what? Nobody can stop me because it's my property. The individuals that own Bitcoin.org can put up, just pictures of like, oh, Bitcoin is garbage and we think it's dumb. They're allowed to do that. It's not any consent involved. It's private property. This all stems from an issue where essentially Bitcoin maximalists absolutely lost it. They freaked out because their echo chamber was burst. Their fragile worldview in which censorship is the only response to any kind of legitimate counter-argument was shattered when an individual, it's not just any individual, the owner of Bitcoin.org said that there are some things he likes about Bitcoin Cash. Can you believe the audacity of this man? Having the ability to critically assess another project and find elements that could potentially be beneficial to the project he supports, Bitcoin Core, that... I just can't believe somebody would be so audacious as to do something like that. That's complete sarcasm. That's called being a thinking individual. Anything else is just being led blindly. Here we have the great leader Adam Back from Blockstream. This is something we talked about on some previous Crypto Coffee updates, where essentially Cobra brings up some information, says, hey, you should really think more critically about this kind of stuff. There are elements of this project that could be beneficial for Bitcoin. And Adam Back's response, in all of his wisdom, CEO of one of the largest cryptocurrency companies out there, says, you just said Bcash has advantages, and you didn't call it Bcash. Ironclad argument by PhD level thought. Truly, we can see why universities and colleges are still the bastion of intellectualism the world over. But shifting gears, going to upshift, because really you can't go much lower than that pinnacle of thought. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin dropping by 5% down to $7,000, and apparently just drowning in a sea of good news. And I can attest to this. The news has been freaking great lately, guys. I mean, from receiving nods from the company that owns the New York Stock Exchange, companies like Starbucks, and also receiving huge amounts of API upgrades via Coinbase, allowing merchants the world over to accept it. One would assume that Bitcoin would be performing pretty well, so it's really strange to see this this sudden jarring pullback with all of this good news coming out, and that's that's part of why smart money is smart money. They're able to move markets like this and try and shake out those weak hands. You can see here some more information from Crypto Globe. ICE, which is the company that owns the New York Stock Exchange, is launching a new company called Bakkt, B-A-K-K-T. They want to use Microsoft Cloud Solutions to create an open, regulated global ecosystem for digital assets, Bitcoin included. Starbucks vice president said they're going to be a flagship retailer, and just to be clear here, there were some articles that were incorrect saying that Starbucks would accept Bitcoin. They will accept Bitcoin insofar as their customers can utilize their Bitcoin, at which point, at the point of sale, it will be transferred into US dollars. So technically, true that you can use your Bitcoin at Starbucks, but Starbucks is not accepting Bitcoin as a final payment settlement layer. So just a technical clarification there, so just wanted to be clear. And behind the fall could be Goldman Sachs report. Nobody's really sure. Again, this is really smart money, kind of how they behave. They like to move these markets in such a way that can appear irrational, but nonetheless, they want to get the best entry point possible. That's how it is. We talked more about this in the recent CryptideCast. You can check that out over on Viewly. It is a Viewly exclusive. Absolutely worth listening to. Got about 45 minutes or so of just news, information, and it's some heady stuff. So check it out over there. That's all we have for the news for today. Let's go ahead and get into a new segment we've been doing called the Coin Review, where we look at coins, we talk briefly about what they do, and who knows, you may find your new favorite crypto here on the Coin Review. So let's get into it. Our first coin is MOAC, which stands for the Mother of All Chains. This is an Asian cryptocurrency from either Singapore or China. It does work closely with both, and they want to be a multi-layer blockchain architecture for commercial applications. Very similar to Ardor, which has been out for a lot longer, so it's very interesting to see these kind of solutions entering the vogue. They've introduced this multi-layer architecture in such a way as to where the bottom layer handles the proof of work, which is the mother chain, and all the smart contracts are handled by the top layer or microchains. You can check out more about MOAC below in the description with the links I've provided. Next up, we have Hshares, or HSR. Hshares is the new standard of value, and they're running parallel dual chain ecosystems. They're decentralized, open source, and they're designed to facilitate exchange between blockchains and non-blockchain networks. Here's a great infographic about Hcash, also very much related to Hshares. They're intertwined as one, similar to their dual blockchain architecture. You can pause the video and check this out now, or again, links below in the description. Next up, we have KuCoin Shares. We've already covered Binance on this coin review, so this is extremely similar, only for the exchange KuCoin. Originally distributed through a private sale and an ICO, not only does this allow you to receive discounts for trading, but you are also entitled to an amount of the trading fees from the KuCoin platform. They also want to be doing a buyback over time, so these coins become worth more per share as time goes on. And finally, we have PundiX. PundiX is focusing on making payment settlement extremely easy by using their XPOS system. They improve and optimize consistently and are attempting to have over 100,000 XPOS devices in more than 12 countries. PundiX uses physical cards, which will make accessing the cryptocurrency much easier for individuals who are less familiar with digital applications. There's the main card, which the customer can use to just conduct transactions, and there's a security card, which is for activating and recovering the main card in case of loss or theft. That's all we have for the coin review. Let's go ahead and get into the happenings of the day for August 6th, Monday, and we have a bunch of AMAs. So some information about some of your favorite coins. Walton Chain, Zilliqa, Komodo, and Callisto are all having AMAs, so go get your info on Monday. For Tuesday, August 7th, 10x is having an AMA, and Elastos is having a meetup in San Diego. That's all we got for Tuesday, August 7th, and for this Crypto Coffee update. As usual, all of these lovely links below in the description. After all, just don't take my word for it, guys. Do your own research, check behind me. After all, I'm only one person. And who knows, you don't want to miss anything that may be happening with your favorite coins. There's a huge list called a B list down there. All good tokens, just not enough time to talk about everything. So, check it out. And thank you so much for watching. Your support really does mean the world. We are 100% self and donation funded from awesome viewers like you, so just dropping us a like on Viewly is incredibly helpful. We do get some crypto from that, and it doesn't cost you anything other than your time, which we very much appreciate already. But for now, this is Paul, signing off. Thanks again for watching. We are Cryptide, and remember, the tide is rising. Need my little water wings.